How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 back again with more of our WMMA save here in the UFC. And today we have for you OEZDEMIR versus GUSTAFSSON. Of course, the last time that I saw you guys, it was for UFC 251, Miocic versus Cormier 3. Daniel Cormier, once again the heavyweight champion of the world. GSP makes his return by beating Colby Covington. Robert Whittaker beats Jared Cannonier. Reyes defeats Smith. Romero beats Nick Diaz. So let's go ahead and get right into it. New decisions that we have, and lo and behold, ABC we are going to sign with. J Sports we are going to sign with. Awesome. Now let's see if we can go ahead and change this right now. TV shows. So what we're doing now is we're changing the ESPN card to the ABC card, or to the ABC Fight Night. And we're changing the ESPN Plus to just straight up ESPN. But we are going to put the ESPN cards on ESPN Plus as well. And then that one was number 13, I believe. Yeah, 13. All right, so UFC on ABC, OEZDEMIR versus GUSTAFSSON, it is now going to be called. So let's go ahead and set this up. On ABC, on Azteca 13, not on ESPN UK, Eurosport Russia, Fox Sports Australia, now on J Sports instead of Tokyo TV, Polsat, Rede Globo, don't need to put it on Rogers Sportsnet because that's what ABC is for. Teletica Canal. Oh, actually, hold on. Did we get... Put that on ESPN Plus as well. Okay, so True Sport 2 we have to go with. And Teletica Canal 7 we have to go with. Alright, because I think we are negotiating with some other... Did we... Okay, we got our broadcast team. Got all that set up. We haven't... yeah, so we have some other channels that we're negotiating with, including Supersport HD 2, which is an African channel, so that's going to be really good. Got a better Asian channel, and then we got a better South American channel. So that's all good news. Uh-oh. So, a little snag in the road. Ferguson is injured, meaning Ferguson versus Poirier is now kind of in jeopardy. And we got a lot of people saying they want to fight Dustin Poirier, which I'm sure they do. Medium pelvic injury. And he's out for 47 days. Okay. So let's fix that first of all. That isn't for a while, so it's not the end of the world. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the rankings. Gregor Gillespie's coming off a win. But if we look over here... or don't actually necessarily have anything for him to do just yet. Gregor Gillespie, is he even popular enough? High-level regional. Probably Yaquinta, right? Has he fought Poirier recently? He hasn't. Okay. Maybe we do Yaquinta. He's back in 7 days. Because otherwise it'd be Gillespie, who's not even back yet, probably because he has to do the drug testing, right? Yeah, drug testing, okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that up. So it's going to be Poirier versus Yaquinta. That sucks for Gillespie because now we need to find him another opponent later on down the line. But we can set that up later. And as far as right now, let's take a look at our news and see if there's anybody noteworthy that we can look at signing. Like this guy right here, Yusuf Raisov. Yes. Yes, yes. One of the two offers he'd consider. Well, try this $4,000 a fight offer and see how you like it. Yes, sir. That's what I thought. Alright. Adlan Batayev. This guy, too. Let's go. Let's get all the Russian fighters out here. This guy ends up being really good. Alright, so let's see here. 8-1. Is he a heavyweight? Featherweight. He looks pretty good, but he lost in his last fight, so no. Alright, no thank you to that. Alright, looks to be just about it. Free agent rankings. Anything noteworthy here? No, we just released a bunch of these guys, so no thank you. Alright, looks like we're done here. Let's go ahead and just make sure that we have it on all of our broadcasters once again. Yep. Yep. Can't change it now. We are live in Poland for UFC on ABC. OEZDEMIR versus GUSTAFSSON. Alright, our first prelim features Kevin Szaflarski taking on Dontel Mays. It's a pretty even fight, 6-6 both of these guys. And Dontel Mays ends up taking it via unanimous decision. He's happy to be here. Carol Rosa taking on Edion India Gomez in the bantamweight division. Edion Gomez loses despite being a huge betting favorite to Carol Rosa, who took this fight on short notice too. She's coming off a loss to Macedo, but that's a pretty big win for her. So good for her. Shows a little bit of respect to her opponent. Up next, battle of undefeated Polish fighters. It's Bartłomiej Gladkowicz taking on Adrian Bartosiński. And Bartosiński gets the win. Improves to 7-0 in his young career. Alright, now Adam Siwi Wieczorek takes on Anatoly Malikin at heavyweight. 15 pounds heavier is Malikin. As Malikin actually takes the decision, majority decision, he improves to 8-0. Up next, we have Agnieszka Niedźwiedź taking on Sabina Masso. Pretty even fight, 10-1 versus 8-1. And Sabina, the Colombian Queen Masso, wins via knockout in round number 3. So she's now on a 3-fight winning streak. And she invites everyone to come party with her. Up next, Magomed Ankalaev taking on Gadzhimurad Antigulov. 20-6 taking on 13-1. And Antigulov gets the win via Kimura in round number 1. So a little bit of a losing streak for him coming into this one, so a well-needed win. And he would like to fight Eric Anders next. All right, last prelim, Anthony Rocco Martin taking on Bartosz Fabiński. Rocco Martin is ranked, and Fabiński, or I should say Martin, was a last-minute replacement, and he wins via submission in round number 3. And he would like to fight Easy DS next. So that might be a fight we look at doing. Alright, our main card opens up with a couple of Russian heavyweights. Sergey Pavlovich taking on Alexander Emelianenko. Emelianenko, of course, the brother of Fedor. No fights recorded on the save yet. And he wins via TKO in round number 1. So a good showing for Emelianenko. And he's visibly excited to start out his career with a win here in the UFC. Up next, Michael the Hammer Alexichuk takes on Ion Cutelaba. Cutelaba a heavy favorite, and he wins via unanimous decision. In my other UFC save, he ends up becoming really good. And he wants to party. Up next, Tim Kennedy in the middleweight division taking on Zach Cummings. Kennedy the favorite here, and he wins via unanimous decision. A little bit of a losing streak for him before this fight. His first fight back in about 3.5 years. And he would like to face off against Kevin Holland next. Up next, David Temer taking on Rustam Khabilov. Khabilov heavily favored in this one. And Khabilov takes it via submission in round number 2. Last fight was against Kondoshko that he won. Getting a win over the Swedish fighter here today. Co-main event of the evening, it's Mateusz the Gamer Gamrot, undefeated at 15-0-1, taking on Rick the Gladiator Glenn at 21-6-1. The Polish hometown fighter is going to want to get a win, and he does, via TKO in round number 3. So his debut fight in the UFC is a success, as he improves to 16-0-1. And our main event of the evening, live on ABC, VOLKAN No Time OEZDEMIR taking on Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. Gustafsson, of course, coming off the losses to both John Jones and Anthony Smith. He'll want to get right back into the thick of things. Meanwhile, VOLKAN OEZDEMIR coming off the win to Corey Anderson in the save on the Garbrandt versus Dodson fight card. We'll go ahead and get this one started. Dan Mergliotta is our referee. Gustafsson needing a win pretty badly. Kind of a stalemate between the two. Minute and a half left to go in the first round. Not much going on. Limping a little bit is OEZDEMIR after a leg kick. OEZDEMIR still limping now. OEZDEMIR lands a 1-2. Gustafsson lands with the right hand. Crunching right hook from Gustafsson. OEZDEMIR here to counter left. Roundhouse kick to the ribs. Final minute of the second round. Takedown attempt from Gustafsson, and it doesn't land. Gustafsson apparently up by 2 rounds. Remember, OEZDEMIR limping a little bit in the last couple rounds. Gustafsson breathing very hard. Close range punches from the two of them. Gustafsson gets backed up against the cage. Oezdemir still limping. A big right avoided there from Oezdemir. Round 3 is over. Apparently Oezdemir needs to get a finish. Oezdemir limping noticeably now. Gustafsson is tired. Close range, they fall into a clinch. Gustafsson going for a takedown. He can't get it. Oezdemir trying a takedown. He can't get it. Minute left to go in round number 4. Vicious right cross. Gustafsson looks gassed. Oezdemir falls to the floor. Gustafsson senses victory. And round 4 expires. So entering round 5, Oezdemir probably needs a finish. Gustafsson has been in deep control. Oezdemir limping across the octagon. Right cross from Oezdemir. Gustafsson looking for a takedown. He doesn't get it. Catches a right hand to the ear. Dirty boxing from Gustafsson now. Minute left to go in the last round. Fantastic cross. Oezdemir is knocked down right as the end of the round. So it looks like Gustafsson took that one rather easily. All 3 judges scored the contest 50-45 for your winner by unanimous decision, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. Fight was rated as being good. Congratulations to Alex Gustafsson. 1,600 people in Poland attended. Gate of 281,000. Critical rating 73. Commercial rating 83. Popularity increases all around. You like to see that. All right, let's see here. Fight of the night, we're going to go ahead and give to... we'll give it to Kabalov, and then a performance bonus to Gamrot. And then a performance bonus for Maso. All right, we made a profit off of that show. That is awesome. That's awesome. We made nearly $1 million in profit. That's amazing. And a lot of that's because of the ESPN, the ABC deal. That's going to be really important. I love it. Awesome. So, of course, all of our shows are going to be on ESPN now, and then our main shows that aren't pay-per-views are going to be on ABC. But all of our shows are going to be on ESPN+. But we want to make sure we're getting some kind of advertising revenue. All this is leading up to us, of course, making the UFC Network, which we need at least $150 million to be able to do. And then the pay-per-view is a whole nother level. That's a whole other thing. will go ahead and update our rankings, read our emails, and then we will call it a day for this episode. Of course, a huge thank you to you guys. Be sure to also stay tuned, as I also have my Shadow Ridge Fighting Championship save going on, my local to global save that I'm also doing on this channel. I'm live streaming it on both Twitch and YouTube, and anytime I'm playing that save, it will be live streamed, so stay tuned to that. But of course, this UFC save I know a lot of people are interested in, so release a couple of fight cards today before we get to the pay-per-view. Of course, the next time that I see you guys is going to be for McGregor versus Gaethje. Hell, I might even do that later on tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. New decisions, and we're going to get all those contracts signed with those TV deals. Love to see it. Now we're going to be in Africa. Go ahead and update our rankings. Nothing at heavyweight. Jan Blachowicz moves above OEZDEMIR. Gustafsson stays at 7. Reyes, of course, the #1 contender. And what else was that? Alexachuk moves down. Paul Craig is in. Prohashka moves up a little bit. Antigulov moves up a little bit. Middleweight, Kennedy up to 22. Holland moves down. Nick Diaz enters at 25. Welterweight, Rocco Martin moves up to 18. At lightweight, Kabalov moves up to 18. And Gamrot is now ranked at number 24. Featherweight, we have no movement. Bantamweight, Ricky Simone moves up along with a lot of people. And Douglas Silva de Andrade is now in. Nothing at flyweight. Nothing at women's featherweight. At bantamweight, Jojua moves up. Edion Gomez is now number 18. And Carol Rosa is number 22 now. Nothing at flyweight. And nothing at strawweight. All right, Rick Glenn. Let's see. We're going to re-sign you. Yeah. Couple more fights. Anthony Rocco Martin, need to get Hugh re-signed. And Volkan Ozdemir. Let's go ahead and get him re-signed. Now, Rice-Off rival bids. We want to make sure we get this guy. We're the only offer he's considering. And Fabian Edwards has signed from Bellator. 10-0, a young English prospect. You love to see that. Broadcast reminder for Pulsat. We'll go ahead and get that started. And that's going to do it. So the next time that I see you guys, it's going to be for UFC 252, McGregor versus Gaethje. You can take a look at the card there. Gaethje and McGregor, Shevchenko and Calderwood, Van Zant and McCann, Jakashi versus Ray, and Till versus Sosa. Take a look at the prelims there if you want to. That is what we have in store for us the next time that I see you. AZ Plow 21, of course, signing off. I will see you guys at the pay-per-view.